What do these futuristic steel orbs, this strange hangar, and this massive yacht club have in common? They're all part of a massive new tourist destination built entirely from scratch. This is the $28 billion Red Sea Megaproject. Today, we take a look at the current construction state of it and why this project could lead the way for NEOM and Saudi Arabia's entire Vision 2030. Saudi's Vision 2030 is a program of building multiple hyper-ambitious megaprojects. Its goal is to attract millions of tourists and to diversify the country's economy by lessening its dependence on oil. Many of the projects included are the biggest the world has ever seen. For example, The Line, a 170-kilometer-long futuristic city built in the shape of a straight line, and the Mukab, a gigantic cube-shaped skyscraper containing enormous holographic projections. The scale of these projects, together with the tight deadline of 2030, makes them look insane, and many are skeptical if the projects are even technically possible. However, one of the projects is different in this aspect, as it's already close to completion. It's the Red Sea Project, a $28 billion megaproject aiming to take luxurious tourism to a new level, while keeping the environment in mind. Whether that should be taken literally, well, we'll see. Nevertheless, it's an important project for Saudi Arabia because it could be a pioneer and pathfinder for all other announced megaprojects, and its success or failure could have a major impact on how people perceive the entire vision. So, what exactly is the Red Sea Project? It was announced in 2017 by Saudi Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman. Construction began 2 years later, and now the project is almost ready to open its first resorts to the public. The Red Sea Project destination is located on the west coast of Saudi Arabia, between the cities of Luj and Al Waj. The different resorts of the project will be scattered throughout a large area, almost as big as the whole country of Belgium. This destination is surrounded by the fourth largest barrier reef system in the world and spans more than 90 untouched islands, beautiful beaches, mountain canyons, giant desert dunes, and even dormant volcanoes. To reach the destination, an entire airport is being built. Yes, solely for this project. It's the so-called Red Sea International Airport. Thanks to the project's location at the crossroads of Europe, Asia, and Africa, a large part of the world's population will be within 8 hours of flight distance of the destination. The Red Sea International Airport is quite small, especially when compared with other Saudi Arabian airports, like the busy King Abdulaziz Airport, which is almost 4 times as big, or the colossal King Fahd Airport, which is 27 times bigger. This makes total sense when we consider the fact that the Red Sea Project plans to house only around 1 million visitors per year. But this is not your normal airport. Everything is built for luxury tourism, so it has a special feature. The airport will not have a baggage claims area, which will massively shorten the waiting times at the airport. Your baggage will be delivered directly to your hotel for maximum comfort. Transportation from the airport to individual resorts will most likely be provided by cars, buses, and ferries in the case of the island resorts. Thanks to the airport's central location, the distances to most major resorts will be quite short, despite being scattered over a large area. Now, let's explore these resorts one by one. First, the Ummahat Islands. These islands will be the center for water sports, where you can experience everything from sailing, windsurfing, and kayaking, all while surrounded by crystal clear water and colorful coral reefs. Next up is Shura Island. The main hub island of the Red Sea Project will blend in perfectly with the pristine nature thanks to its coral bloom design. Shura will also host a championship golf course, a marina, a beach club, and 11 world-class hotels. And for the last island resort, we have Sheibara Island. This island will offer you a stay in futuristic villas called the Orbs, floating over crystal clear water. Sheibara will also provide the ultimate spot for exploring ocean life, thanks to a 30 to 40 meter reef drop-off near the shore. Definitely looks impressive, but what do you think about these islands? And then there's the Amala Resort. Formerly a separate project, this resort, located north of the other resorts, has been claimed and is currently developed by the Red Sea Project. Amala will be home to more than 3,000 hotel rooms, recreational facilities, and a yacht club. Moving on to the inland resorts, we have the Southern Dunes. As one of the 2 inland resorts, it will host 40 villas, a hotel complex, and a large pool, all located in a remote desert landscape. The structures will be made with lightweight materials and shaped to offer natural shade to reduce reliance on artificial cooling. And last but not least, Desert Rock. A resort fully integrated into the mountainside to preserve the mountain silhouette will offer you a phenomenal view of the landscape. Desert Rock will give you opportunities to explore its desert surroundings, either by hiking or by dune buggies. All of these resorts are being built using unique practices, which brings us to the vision of the Red Sea Project. This is how John Pagano, CEO of Red Sea Global, described it. We're not only expanding our footprint to help create massive economic opportunities for the people of Saudi Arabia, we also want to set new global standards in development and inspire the industry to do better. That's definitely a bold claim, and we'll take a closer look at it later. We can clearly distinguish the two main goals of the project from the statement of its CEO. The first one is the economic benefit for Saudi Arabia. Saudi Arabia is searching for ways to reduce its dependency on limited natural resources as the main drivers of its economy, and tourism offers a great opportunity for such diversification, especially when we consider the hidden treasure of natural beauty that the Red Sea offers. To help the economy of Saudi Arabia, the project is expected to provide roughly 70,000 citizens with jobs. At a total construction cost of $28 billion, it's highly questionable whether this can be profitable. So here's a very simple calculation. The Red Sea project is estimated to generate $5.8 billion yearly upon its 2030 completion. Since the project is estimated to get 1 million visitors annually, a single tourist would need to spend an average of $5,800 for a vacation. That's pretty expensive, considering you might want to go there with your entire family. And whether these visitor numbers will actually be reached is also not yet certain. But if they manage to pull off these numbers, the financial rewards would be really high, as it would bring in billions of dollars in revenue every year. If you enjoyed this video so far, subscribe to our channel for more. We'd really appreciate that, as we spent over 2 weeks researching and editing for this video. But now, let's move on. Their second goal is sustainable development. Construction of a project this massive in pristine nature will inevitably have negative impacts on the environment. But to be fair, that can be said for pretty much any mega project. To counteract this negative impact, the Red Sea project adopts numerous practices. The first and also quite unique plan is that the Red Sea airport will run entirely on renewable energy. It's supposed to be the first carbon-neutral airport in the world at this scale. To make this possible, they use a range of renewable and sustainable energy sources, including biofuel for the planes. In addition, every resort in the project will also be powered by renewable energy 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. Therefore, the project will include the world's largest battery storage. By itself, this will prevent the emission of CO2 equivalent to that of a small city. The goal of protecting the environment is also reflected in the construction on the project. For example, the steel villas on Sheibara Island are floating over water to protect marine life. In the long term, the Red Sea project even aims to improve local ecosystems by planting more than 25 million plants and enhancing biodiversity. This all sounds great. Maybe a bit too good to be true. So whether they're able to hold up to these standards remains to be seen, especially running a carbon-neutral airport with millions of visitors. That would definitely be a great achievement. But how close is the Red Sea project to fulfilling its vision? The project has made enormous progress in the last few years. Many of the resorts have already crossed 50% completion progress, even the ones with difficult logistics, like Desert Rock's precise tunneling. Some of the resorts, like the Ummahat Islands with its 2 hotels or the Southern Dunes, are expected to open to the public later this year. The airport is also opening to the public together with the first resorts, although only for domestic flights. International opening will be later in 2024. With most of the resorts having passed the halfway point of construction, and the fact that the project hasn't encountered any real problems yet, we can pretty safely guess that the project will be completed. We've already seen numerous luxury sustainable resorts in the past, like the Soneva Jani in the Maldives or the Six Senses resort on Fiji, which both turned out to be successful. But it's the first time in history that tourism resorts on this scale are being built entirely from scratch. In the end, the success of the Red Sea project will mostly depend on the number of visitors. In other words, whether the project will fulfill its vision or not lies completely in the hands of the people, and this conclusion likely applies to all other Vision 2030 projects. So, what do you think? Will the Red Sea project be successful? Would you consider visiting these new resorts? Let us know in the comments below. If you want to see more about similar projects, you should watch our video about another Saudi Arabian megaproject, the Mukab, also known as the Cube. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.